This is Anime, I'm Will, and I'm going to be talking about Persona 4. Now, Persona 4 is an anime that is based on a video game. Also spawned a number of mangas, spin-off series, and things like that. Persona 4 is one of those animes which is sort of in a genre of its own. It is about a teenager in high school who goes to high school in Tokyo. He then has to relocate to Inaba because of family issues. I don't know if it's ever... I think it's stated what they are, but I don't know what they are right now. Anyway, here he moves to live with his uncle Dojima and his cousin Nanako. He goes to school and meets a load of classmates, things like that. But he keeps having these weird dreams about people saying, thou art me and I art thou, and things like that. Till eventually he finds about something called the Midnight Channel, which shows apparently the person who you are fated to have as your soulmate. He watches this channel and finds out that he can actually go inside the TV. Now, after he goes inside the TV, they start, him and his sort of newfound friend Yosuke find a warped world in there, depicting sort of horrible graphics and things like that, and also these shadows. After a while, you finds out about this sort of I art thou, thou art me being his persona, and that he has the arcana of the fool and is the chosen one to save the truth. Now, he uses his persona. At this point, he only has Izanagi to fight off the shadows and save the day. From there, he goes to sort of solve people's social shortcomings and greatest fears by sort of allowing them to realise that that is a part of themselves. He goes through sort of his closest friends, that is Yosuke's fear of sort of social acceptance and his disagreement, his belief that Inaba is not somewhere he wants to be. He has a fear of he solves Chie's fear that she's not in the same league as Yukiko, and saves Yukiko's fear that she's not being accepted by Chie, and so on and so forth. And one of the great things about Persona is it touches on these social issues, and some of them are very real and very relatable, and it handles them incredibly well, which is something that's not so commonly seen in anime and manga and games and things like that. And the thing is, I think Atlus, they do it reasonably commonly. Atlus, they're the people who made the original game and in turn the anime, and I think they handled it great in terms of Persona, because they have Tatsuma Kanji, who struggles with the idea of being gay, and like his sort of acceptance that he has sort of non-masculine feelings about himself is really well handled, about how he has this fear and how it cannot be seen by society and things like that, particularly in Japan, which still struggles with sort of quite a homophobic culture. One of the other great things about Persona, I believe, is the fact of its style, because Persona is a really stylized game with sort of wacky art styles, warped worlds, and probably one of the most English soundtracks you will ever hear, which is worth taking a listen to, even if you're not going to watch the anime, because it's one of the best soundtracks out there. I mean, it might actually be the best soundtrack in anime history for me personally. But anyway, this all sort of comes together to add a very unique look at anime and social issues and things like that, which sets it apart in its own sort of genre from not even just modern anime, from any anime, as it is entirely a focus on its own dimension, own dynamic, and something that it itself does perfectly. So, as I was saying, Persona 4 is a fantastic anime. I would watch the anime. It is a fantastic game. I would play the game, and its soundtrack is fantastic, so even if you want to just listen to that on its own, I would. This has been Persona 4. Please like, comment, and subscribe.